Hello and welcome to the first in a set of tutorials dedicated to Net Radiant, GTK Radiant and Alien Arena. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get Net Radiant set up to a point that we can use it. Now on the Alien Arena forums I'll post the link over in the right hand window. In fact, you can also get this from the AA Third Party Maps website, which is 3PM Productions, which I'm part of with Nick Harvey over in Oz. G'day mate. Right, so there's a file you will need to grab from there, and it's the basic GTK Radiant config files and setup. So we'll create certain folders within NetRadiant, such as AA Game up here. And in AA Game we'll go in and we need to edit a couple of files within this folder. And there's also a couple more files within the games folder that we'll need to edit. So first of all we'll go through to the games folder within NetRadiant, and once you've installed the config pack you'll see this aa.game. Now you'll need to edit this file, so we'll choose open, and obviously we can't open it, it doesn't know the game association, so we'll select from a list of installed programs. And by the way, I must apologise for the dog, as it's too hot a day to be stuck in the office, so I'm sat in the conservatory and all the noises of the world are getting into the room. So, we've opened up our open with, and we're going to open it with Notepad. We'll turn off the always use the selected program to open this kind of file. I always do that anyway, and we open up Notepad. Now you can see here that we're going to need the engine path. We need to tell GTK Radiant where to look for the engine path. Now, you'll notice here that we're on Alien Arena 2009, we're on 733 at the moment, but it's looking at the engine path at Alien Arena 2007. Now, the reason being for this is that the compile tools actually require the directory where you compile the maps to be called Alien Arena 2007. Now, you could link this to your regular directory and then copy all the maps over from your main Alien Arena directory down to Alien Arena 2007, but best practice really does dictate that your maps should not interfere with your regular setup of Alien Arena. So just make a copy of your Alien Arena folder, put it on your drive somewhere, and point GTK Radiant to this, because what you'll find is a lot of the maps that you work on will, you're going to compile multiple versions, and you don't want to mess up your regular Alien Arena folder. You don't want to put all these different files all over the place. So it's best to set it as Alien Arena 2007 anyway. And obviously here we've got name, Alien Arena 2009. The engine Win32 is crx.exe. Now this will change for Linux and Mac OS. Mac OS, I will say, Alien Arena doesn't run on Mac OS anyway, but the entry is there. And the rest of the file we don't really need to change. We can leave that. All we need to do is change this one line, Alien Arena 2007, the engine path Win32, and we should be fine, ready to go there. Okay, so we can close that out, and yeah, you'll have a folder called aa.game as well. Now in aa.game we don't really need to touch a lot of the things in here. Notice in data 1 I've got two entities definition files, and the reason being, one entity's definition holds certain items and the other one doesn't. This is just something custom that I've used two different entities files and got them both loading up at the same time. For general mapping when you're getting started, you'll only need to use the default entities file, but I found when I upgraded to the new one, certain older entities that I needed to copy in, and all these entities files do is define to NetRadiant or GTK Radiant the different entities that you can insert within a map. For example, armor, combat armor, jackets, armor shards, quad damage, change level, a couple of other different things, item haste. So they're all the entities that you can insert. Now I've got two files. You will probably just have the one, so don't fret about that too much. It's just a personal setup. Default build menu.xml, you don't really need to edit this as such, because we're not really going to be using the build menu within Radiant itself. I mean, you can see here it's still set for Quake 3 and all these other different things. So we don't really need to look at that, but I thought I'd show you anyway. Now the GameXLink, again, this doesn't need to be edited. This is just a file that is included. It basically just contains some URLs for information. It's just links to place within Radiant itself. So once you've got all that running, you should be able to, I will just close NetRadiant off. You should be able to just load Radiant. You should have a shortcut for this somewhere. If not, we'll just go into the directory and double click Radiant, and you'll see we've got our global preferences. We've got a couple of games we can choose from there. Select Alien Arena 2009 and hit the OK button, and Radiant should load up, and yeah, you're ready to go. I'm going to talk in the next video a little bit about setting your layout like this with the 4 windows. It's not by default set like this, I don't believe, but this, I reckon, personally, this is the best way to map with Radiant, because you can view on all your planes, and you've also got the camera view up here, which you can use, and you can see the cameras flying around in the other windows. So you get a pretty good idea of where you're looking at, and how you can edit and manipulate these brushes. Right, so I'll talk about that in the next video. Thanks for watching.